Offensive rebound, but they only have 7 second chance points, so Duke really hasn't made them pay yet.
James off the feed from Flash. Rucker off a series of fakes, gets off the shot. He leads Army with 17 points tonight, 14 for Scovins. Off the spin, James has a chance for 3.
You off of missed shots, you have got to get back, be set, and that's just kind of an Olay defense. I mean, look, Jalen Rucker, you're going to fire it up on one end, you got to be committed defensively. He just kind of lets Sion James have his way. But if you don't stop the basketball, Duke's got a number of guys.
Almanor does not miss many of those. He is a terrific catch-and-shoot guy.
Look out! In transition, Sion James. Champions Classic. This is Sion James.
Defense is going to dig down and make you think as opposed to just instinctually make a play.
James drives it up top. Malowat's back on the floor. An easy dunk.
He's got a big job ahead of him. Krivas out of the game, but if Asar is in.
And a terrific pass, just not enough pressure on Malik Brown.
Here's Krivas, picked up his 3rd foul. He's gone to the bench as James will slam it home.
For their last 8 from the field. On the slip, Rajkovic. James diving to the floor. It will stay with Seattle, but more great activity from Sion James.
Sion James does whatever's needed. I think he has been exactly what John Shire hoped he would be. He defends, hasn't played, but he comes in to make an impact.
James rips it away. Down the court for flag. Fayetteville, North Carolina. North Mecklenburg High School. James, hard to the rack, and a foul.
This little stop and go. Lost it. 2-on-1. Knipple. James, and the finish.
Well, you cannot guard a run out. This is not part of transition defense. But a good job. The ball really never touched the floor. And Dylan Cardwell trying to stop what would have been an easy dunk. Keep you from getting a scoring play.
Broom spinning, and he turned it over again. And last 2 times down, Jay, instead of Broom receiving the...
Auburn needs a bucket.
Jones on the drive. Tried to go 1-on-2 and paid the price as it's knocked out of the bunch.
Already have 1 ranked win this season against Indiana.
Yep.
First ranked win for the program since 2021. That was aggressive.
And you're not ready for it, but Sion James, I mean, so physical. You can't really lean off on him too much because you'll bounce off of him.
I don't know if the paint was falling off the wall in the locker room, but that works, and that has worked. Games where late game situation, Shire's calling his number, and Sion James. There's a transition bucket for you, Roy.
He got that to go, but it went.
He's so strong, and he handles like a football player, like that.
Offensive rebound. James a deep 3. Got it. Skip pass to Proctor. James off the bounce. Counted in the foul.
Caleb Foster, boy, they'd love to get him going for Duke. James for 3. It's good. 7 in a row for
games, averaging over 18 points a game. They're going to need him. You see penetration to kick out over to Proctor again. And I got to go on the road to play against a team that's not meeting expectations. You see an up and under finish by James.
Duke's been passing the ball exceptionally well. They're averaging 21 assists the last 3 games. And that one will be knocked down by James.
Austin going down will get much more of an opportunity.
Flag on the double. Nice pass. And that'll be finished by James.
Blue Devils in transition. Pass. James for 3. You're in these games. They've just got to do little things better here and there to turn the L's into W's.
There's top 10 in the ACC in all 5, by the way. Here's James, a triple. And he runs the ball.
James into the painted area, and 1. He'll be off to the line as he slices in. Flag looking to go around the back, got free. James will fire it up and swish it.
So Duke with a response, and how about this? The pick by James. He'll slide to James on the tip. He lays it up and in. He's hit on the play, too. He'll be headed to the line with Duke looking to build on a three-point advantage. James gets downstairs and up and in.
Carlos picks up flag again in the half court. James drives it over McLeod and finishes.
Sure, but dealing with that challenge when you're 35 years old, a different stage that I'm not sure is worth the investment.
As he hits the three, a look at the Clemson Tigers and their starting five, including the Hunters. And Shefflin, a big body in the middle, on the run and up and in by Sion James.
Quite a bit as well.
He really does. Both hands around the rim, yes.
James penetrates off the window and a foul, too.
That's so underrated lineup. So physical. That was an example of his strength going to the basket.
Dickie V, he gave up football. They're not putting Virginia on the line either, so both these teams playing great off.
Duke with a couple of big blocks here in the first half. James will penetrate, bank it in, and he's off to the foul line, looking for a three-point play.
But they get so much production from other players. Sion James, whose assist to turnover has been 6-1 over his last 6 games.
Down on that baseline, nice pass and the stuff by James.
On the season. Sion uses that body and muscles that
one on the road, 15-1 in the league.
Ugachukwu, get that out of here. Sion James.
Find a path, and the long rebound for Sion James. Let's drive it all the way again and score. Sion James into traffic against Bo Bowen and one.
That is C.
Running the floor now, could very well have found the opportunity.
James open, got the three.
Month or so has turned into a starter and a very important part of his team. And he drives and hits and has a chance for three.
No, he was this good. He's just had an outstanding year taking over at the point, although Duke has a number of different players that initiate offense, starting with Cooper Flagg, but his strength, his athletic, Carolina has had and needs to maintain.
Knipple, nice look. James, the finish. Puffed off the glass, but it won't go. James. What a finish.
The change of direction in the open court by Sion James. And then Sion James in transition does such a good job at changing direction twice, then gets around R.J. Davis and takes it to the other side of the
lane. That's a great job.
It's the deck real hard, got it free somehow, and one as James
dominated everyone.
Sixth man of the year, the Big Ten. From the corner, James, yes sir!
He's so valuable. He's so valuable. Doesn't get a whole lot of publicity.
15 with 8:50 to play in this first half. James, slam down.
With 8 to go, too, Bird.
James, drive, big finish.
If this kid to compete at this level, really impressive.
James takes it strong.
And a second chance for Duke here. Malawach kept it alive, and James able to score it. First bucket of the day belongs to the... Proctor kicks it to the corner. James hits a three.
Yeah, you do want to keep it. That's why I think the patience allowed him to get as healthy as he could before rushing it.
Well, bodies on the floor. Sion James. Strong like Bull puts it in with a left hand. Has a decision to make. Flagg splits it. No look. James in the corner, wide open. Cash. All set. Proctor finds Flagg. Good ball movement. James in the corner. Big shot. Sion James. Duke with a 6-point lead as Sion James goes strong. James puts it in. Knipple drives, leaves it for James.
Just look for contact.
James, boom. How about the extra pass by Flagg? It's legit. You have to respect it.
And the other thing is, Crier's much more active when he's in the game. Nice slip.
The roll, extra, James with the flush. With him as he was growing up and helped develop his skills.
Nice
Dump it down low. James is open for two.